Are you going places or left behind because you don't have a travel companion? Listen to how you can travel more independently. Dr. Travelbest will bring you the best answers, tips, and hear mistakes so you can benefit.
Welcome to Dr. Mary Travelbest's Independent Travel Guide. This is for women who travel, who want to travel, and especially for those who want to travel independently. What's on your bucket list? I can help you get there. I'll respond to your travel questions as well as share my mistakes and missteps in travel, because I've made just about every mistake. You don't have to. I wrote and published the best-selling World's First Guide to Independent Travel. And since 1993, I've been running a business, raising 4 children with my husband, and been a professor while traveling. These experiences are necessary tools, so I want to share them and make your trip the very best, like Travelbest. In this episode, we'll talk about FAQs, like travel insurance questions. Our destination is San Antonio, Texas. Our mistake is losing the car keys in the river. And travel tips are keeping track of your receipts and photos. So here's a question. I'm about to retire, and I'm planning my first big trip abroad in a while. So what travel insurance should I consider, and how much will it cost me? Well, let me give you right to the top some advice that I was able to learn from some travel insurance experts. They said that the rule of thumb is about 5 to 6% of your travel investment. But this is a very personal choice, and it depends on your risk assessment. So it can help you hedge against unanticipated expenses or problems. And can it be canceled? Yes, by law. You can cancel within a certain time frame, usually 10 to 14 days after you purchase. So read the fine print. When should you not buy travel insurance? Well, if you're going on a short, inexpensive trip and you don't have any penalties for making changes or canceling, you get your money back anyway. Another example is if you're using points or miles for travel. Those points will be redeposited in your account, so you're not losing anything. So here are 3 reasons why, yes, you should purchase. Number 1, to protect your financial investment. It could cover the penalties and extra costs if your trip is interrupted or canceled. There could even be protection in case of a delay, which could incur some other costs, such as a hotel stay in a blizzard. The second reason is to protect your health. It's especially important is overseas travel if you're a gap filler. This includes evacuation coverage and even commercial or private ambulance services. And the third reason is to protect your stuff. It includes things like baggage and things of value that are not covered by existing insurance. So the most popular is number 1, protecting your finances. If you have a death in the family, you would want to have trip interruption coverage to help protect you for the extra cost in booking or canceling your flights. For prepaid travel, this is especially important. Some penalties you could incur include the hotel rooms you cancel, and some independent travelers will never need insurance, while others will. Again, it depends on your circumstances. You can also consider a non-insurance product called Cancel for Any Reason, which is offered by the person who is the manufacturer or the delivery of the experience company. For example, a cruise line may offer this for a fee, but you may only get a cash or non-cash reimbursement of a 50 or a 75% refund if you cancel. What's an act of God? It's normally extreme weather, known and likely to occur. So we can also talk about terror attacks. That's usually not a reason to get reimbursed, but it depends on your company. So what complaints do customers have? They complain if situations are not covered. For example, medical reasons like pre-existing conditions may not be covered. So check for exclusions on your policy. If a hurricane is coming, it's probably too late to buy trip insurance. The insurance company is a business, and they will normally protect against the unforeseen. Should you click the box after you purchase the travel? The box usually pops up saying you need insurance. You can agree to that one or choose your own. It's all up to you. So today we're going to talk about San Antonio, Texas as our independent destination. It is the 7th largest U.S. city, and it's in South Central Texas. It's the Alamo location, which is an 18th century Spanish mission preserved as a museum, and it remembers an infamous 1836 battle for Texas independence from Mexico. If you follow the San Antonio River, the miles-long Riverwalk is a landmark pedestrian promenade lined with cafes and shops. And there's also a hemisphere. That park's 750-foot Tower of the Americas overlooks the city. So we'll talk about the Riverwalk. You can drift and dine. You can go on a barge or a river boat and dine. They also have holiday river parades. You can go off the beaten path to places that are caves and water-like. You can also follow the San Antonio Spurs. That's your NBA team in San Antonio. They are a member of the Western Conference, and it plays its home games at the AT&T Center. Mexico is pretty close by. I was there for Fiestas Patrias. It's 16 de Septiembre. That was quite a festival. If you are happening to be there in September, enjoy. Now, I talked about the Alamo. It's a mission, and it's commonly called the Alamo and known as the Misión San Antonio de Valero. It's a historic Spanish mission and fortress, and it was founded in the 18th century by Roman Catholic missionaries, what's now San Antonio, and admission is free. Now, you can also visit the National Park of the USA, San Antonio Missions. So today's mistake is losing our car keys in the Chattahoochee River. I'll tell you a story. We're floating down the river, nice as can be, in a beautiful day, lots of hooting and hollering going on. We got to the bottom, at the end of the day, the bottom of the river, and the driver that I was with lost their car keys in the river. So here we are with all the rafts, but no way to get them back up to the rental company. This was a bad day, so don't lose your car keys. Have a backup plan. Today's travel advice is to review your receipts after your trip. So you've gotten home, make sure that you look at all of your expenses and keep them in case you need them in the future. Review all of your credit card receipts. And another thing is to organize your photos. I recommend a book, which is more convenient if you're going to show others. You can also keep them on Google Photos or wherever you store your photos, but someday this may not be there. Who knows what could happen to them? So get them into some kind of a permanent collection if you can. It's much easier today than it used to be. Just try it. So what I do is I go to Costco and I just dump my pictures in. I put in a theme and I include a few captions and some little items about where we were. Don't worry about having it perfect. You will save your memories, and it's really a great way to keep them in a collection. I want to bring meaning to your travel. So thank you for sharing this edition of the World's First Guide to Independent Travel with your girlfriends. If you want to know more, just search for us. You'll find me on the web, social media, and in audio formats. Helping women travel best is my goal. So send me your travel questions so I can help others too. I'm looking for you to travel best, so go ahead and tell me what's on your bucket list.
What's on your travel bucket list? Tell the doctor and her team of women who travel the world seeking the very best. Dr. Travelbest, that is.